The year is 2026. Inside the Santiago Arena, a deafening roar echoes as Cape Verde, a nation of 500,000 souls, faces the football giants of Spain in their opening FIFA World Cup match. Expectations are low, a predictable victory for the Spanish Armada. But on the pitch, a figure stands between the posts, a man whose silver hair glints under the floodlights, defying time itself. This is Josimar Dias, known to the world as Vozinha, and he is 40 years old. His nickname, Vozinha, meaning little grandmother in Portuguese, might seem unusual for a towering goalkeeper. It dates back to his childhood on the sun-baked streets of Mindelo, Cape Verde. Young Josimar, a spirited but sensitive boy, would often run straight to his grandmother for comfort and a reassuring hug whenever he took a tumble playing street football. It was a term of endearment, a tender jest that stuck, unknowingly foreshadowing the wisdom and resilience he would embody decades later. For 2 grueling decades, Vozinha lived the life of a football journeyman. Not the glamorous, globe-trotting existence of a superstar, but the gritty reality of a professional constantly seeking the next contract, the next club, the next challenge. His career path zigzagged across continents, a testament to his enduring passion and unwavering commitment to the game. Each move was a chapter, building experience and sharpening his resolve, far from the bright lights of European top leagues. His journey took him to diverse football landscapes. He guarded the nets in Moldova, a less heralded corner of European football, honing his craft in often challenging conditions. Then came Cyprus, offering a different pace, a Mediterranean warmth, but the same relentless pressure to perform. And later, the vibrant, competitive leagues of Angola, a return to the African continent. Each country, each club, contributed to the tapestry of Vozinha's career, forging him into the seasoned professional he was at 40. The very presence of Cape Verde at the 2026 FIFA World Cup was a story in itself. Against all odds, the island nation, often overlooked on the global football stage, had battled their way through grueling qualification rounds. Their success was built on grit, collective spirit, and the quiet leadership of veterans like Vozinha, whose experience was invaluable in guiding a relatively young squad. It was a dream realized, a chance to show the world what the Blue Sharks were made of. Then came the draw, an opening match against Spain. The very name evoked images of sleek passing, technical mastery, and World Cup glory. For Cape Verde, it was a baptism of fire, a David versus Goliath encounter on the grandest stage. Spain, a perennial favorite, boasted a squad brimming with world-class talent, each player a household name. Facing them was not just a challenge, it was an Everest, a test of faith and nerve that few believed Cape Verde could pass. At 40, Vozinha was an anomaly in modern football, especially at the World Cup level. Goalkeepers often have longer careers, but 40 is a rare milestone, usually accompanied by questions of agility, reflexes, and stamina. Many pundits had suggested younger, faster options. Yet, the coaching staff placed their trust in his vast experience and calm demeanor. Vozinha knew this was likely his last dance on the international stage, and he carried the weight of his nation's hopes on his shoulders. The whistle blew, piercing the electric atmosphere. From the first minute, Spain asserted their dominance, their familiar tiki-taka style weaving intricate patterns around the Cape Verdean defense. Shots rained down on Vozinha's goal from all angles. Every touch, every pass by Spain was precise, every movement menacing. It was a relentless assault, designed to break the will of their smaller opponent early. But Vozinha, positioned like a sentinel, seemed unfazed. His first major test came within 10 minutes, a powerful header from a Spanish striker destined for the top corner. Vozinha, with reflexes that belied his age, leaped across, parrying the ball wide with a strong right hand. Moments later, a curling shot from outside the box seemed to defy gravity, but Vozinha tracked it perfectly, tipping it over the bar with outstretched fingertips. These weren't just saves, they were statements, declarations that he would not be easily breached. As the first half wore on, Spain's frustration began to mount. Each perfectly weighted through ball, each lightning-quick combination, was met by Vozinha's defiant presence. He commanded his box, barking orders at his defenders, organizing them with the authority of someone who had seen it all. The Spanish forwards, accustomed to breezing past defenses, found their paths blocked, their shots denied, their confidence slowly chipped away by the immovable object in goal. At halftime, the scoreboard still read 0-0, an unthinkable result for many. The Cape Verdean dressing room, though exhausted, buzzed with newfound belief. Vozinha, though tired, looked calm, his experience steadying the younger players. He had faced countless storms in his career, this was just another, albeit the biggest. On the other side, the Spanish coach faced an unprecedented challenge, their intricate game plan thwarted by one man's resilience. The second half began with renewed Spanish vigor. Substitutions brought fresh legs and more attacking impetus. The onslaught intensified, wave after wave of Spanish attacks crashing against the Cape Verdean defense, and crucially, against Vozinha. He made a crucial double save from point-blank range, first stopping a powerful shot with his chest, then instinctively batting away the rebound before a Spanish forward could pounce. It was a moment of pure athleticism and instinct. As the clock ticked down, the legend of Vozinha grew with every passing minute. He produced a spectacular one-handed save from a bending free-kick, then dove low to deny a clean strike from just inside the box. Each intervention was not just a block, but a psychological blow to Spain. By the final whistle, Vozinha had made an astonishing 8 saves, a legendary performance that left the Spanish players shaking their heads in disbelief and the Cape Verdean fans in raptures. The referee's whistle blew for the last time, confirming the impossible. A 0-0 draw. Cape Verde, a tiny nation, had held Spain, a footballing superpower, to a stalemate on the biggest stage. The roar from the Cape Verdean faithful was deafening, a symphony of joy and disbelief. On the pitch, Vozinha, exhausted but beaming, was mobbed by his teammates, his face etched with the satisfaction of a mission accomplished. It was a moment etched forever in World Cup history. Unsurprisingly, the official player of the match award went to Josimar Dias, Vozinha. It was a unanimous decision. As he clutched the trophy, his eyes shimmered, reflecting a career's worth of dedication culminating in this single, brilliant performance. For a man who had toiled in relative obscurity across Moldova, Cyprus, and Angola, this was more than just an individual accolade, it was validation, a moment of global recognition for a journeyman who never gave up. Overnight, Vozinha became an international sensation. Highlights of his saves went viral across social media, his name trending worldwide. The little grandmother of Mindelo was suddenly a global hero, his story inspiring millions. Articles were written, documentaries commissioned, all celebrating the 40-year-old goalkeeper who had defied age, expectations, and one of the world's best football teams. He symbolized the enduring power of perseverance and the magic of the World Cup. Vozinha's miraculous performance against Spain wasn't just a football match, it was a powerful narrative about perseverance, dedication, and the belief that dreams have no expiration date. His journey, from the dusty streets of Mindelo to the grandest stage of world football, serving in Moldova, Cyprus, and Angola, resonated deeply. He proved that even after 2 decades of obscurity, a single moment of brilliance, fueled by a lifetime of hard work, can turn an ordinary man into an extraordinary legend.